Okay, let's get into this. We're doing a deep dive today on the Sandisk Extreme Portable SSD. You know, that little rugged drive you see everywhere?
Yeah, it's super popular.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We want to kind of cut through the marketing buzz and see, what's the real story? Does it live up to the hype?
It's a good one to look at. The marketing is definitely strong. Those shiny bits they push are pretty eye-catching.
Like the speeds?
Right. They claim, what, up to 1,050 megabytes per second read and 1,000 write.
Yeah, using USB 3.2 Gen 2.
Yeah.
That sounds incredibly
It
fast.
is on paper. And then there's the whole rugged angle.
Oh, yeah, the IP65 rating. And drop protection from like 3 meters, almost 10 feet.
Exactly. That IP65 thing, what it actually means is it's properly sealed against dust, like totally dust tight.
Okay.
And it can handle water jets. So, yeah, getting caught in the rain, dropping it, the actual case is built tough. That carabiner loop feels pretty solid, too.
Seems genuinely designed for being out and about, clipped to a bag or something.
Definitely. But, performance claims. That up to speed is always the thing, isn't it?
Always. So what's the reality check there? What did reviewers actually find?
Well, under heavy load, like sustained transfers of big files, think 4K video, that sort of thing, it's closer to, say, 910 to 950 megabytes per second read.
Still fast, but not quite that 1050 number.
Right. And write speeds, especially sustained writes, can sometimes dip a bit lower than the claimed 1,000 megabytes per second, too, especially if the drive's cache fills up during a really long copy. It's common, but worth knowing.
That makes sense. Burst speeds versus real-world slogging. And the connection, that USB 3.2 Gen 2, that's critical, right?
Absolutely massive caveat here. All that speed, it completely depends on the port you plug it into.
So if your machine, your laptop or whatever, has an older USB port.
Then you're just not going to get those speeds. Simple as that. If you're on, say, USB 3.2 Gen 1, you're likely looking at maybe 450 megabytes per second, max.
Right, so you're basically paying for a sports car engine, but driving it only in school zones.
Oh. That's a perfect analogy, yeah. You're throttling it right down because the host port can't keep up. You need that matching Gen 2 port for the full punch.
Okay, so speed depends heavily on your setup. Now, let's link that tough exterior, the ruggedness, with what's inside. This is where user reports get a bit concerning, maybe.
Yeah, this is the interesting contrast. You've got this physically tough shell, like we said, drop-proof, dust-proof. But then you look at user forums, long-term reviews, and there are quite a few reports popping up about reliability issues.
What kind of issues?
Things like drives just failing, sometimes after maybe 18 months, 2 years, freezing up, becoming unmountable, data corruption errors.
Oof. So the tough case doesn't mean the data inside is invincible.
Not at all. It's like putting standard computer parts inside a tank. The tank protects from bumps and drops, but the electronics inside can still fail for other reasons, firmware bugs, component wear, whatever.
That really hits home. It means backups are still essential. You can't just trust the ruggedness. It means your data is safe forever.
Absolutely non-negotiable. Backups, backups, backups. The ruggedness protects against physical accidents, not necessarily internal failure.
Okay, so bearing all that in mind, who is this drive really for then? Who gets the most value?
I'd say the ideal user is probably a content creator, maybe a photographer or videographer, someone who needs fast external storage on the go.
And crucially, someone with a modern computer that actually has those fast USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports.
Exactly. They need speed for editing directly off the drive or just transferring massive files quickly in the field. For them, it's a great tool, provided they understand the backup need.
And who isn't it for? Who'd be better off with something else?
Well, if you're mostly just copying small files like documents or photos occasionally, or if you're working off an older machine without those fast ports, then you're basically paying a premium for speed you can't use and maybe ruggedness you don't strictly need. You're buying potential you won't tap into.
Right. Paying for features you don't fully use. So, summing it up, where do we land on the Sandisk Extreme Portable?
I think the verdict is it's very good, but definitely not perfect. It gives you excellent potential speed and a genuinely rugged build for what it costs.
But you have to be a smart buyer. Know the caveats.
Totally. You need to know about the port requirement, understand the difference between burst and sustained speeds, and be aware of those reported reliability concerns, meaning you absolutely still need a backup strategy. It's not ultimate performance in my pocket forever.
Okay. So, final thought then. Looking ahead.
Well, the market doesn't stand still, does it? We're
Yeah.
already seeing, bigger beasts out there,
Yeah.
drives using Thunderbolt or even faster USB standards, pushing multi-gigabyte per second speeds. Real screamers.
True.
So it raises a question for you, the listener. Is this SanDisk's balance good speed, if you have the port, portability, ruggedness worth the potential reliability trade-off and the connectivity homework? Or should you maybe hold off, wait for that next generation of even faster, potentially more robust multi-gig drives to become more mainstream?
Something to definitely mull over when you're looking at your next storage upgrade.